What's going on, 5-9 Gaming crew? Letha went up here, and guys, welcome back to another 5-9 Gaming weekly wrap. I got 3 pieces of news to share with you guys this week, one of which is pretty obvious, the big PlayStation 2021 showcase. I have a little bit of a mini recap to start off with it, but do me a favor, if you're looking for the big full recap, go check out our video on the 5-9 Gaming Direct channel. And also, if you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content. And if you like this video, go ahead, like this video if you like the video. Before we begin, jumping to the first story, right, the PlayStation Showcase, little mini recap, let's talk about real quickly some games that released this past week. Now I'm getting this listing from Game Informer, starting with Fist, Forge and Shadow Torch, that dropped on September 7th. We had Sonic Colors Ultimate that also dropped on September 7th, Life is Strange True Colors that dropped on September 10th, Tales of Arise on September 10th, and then WarioWare Get It Together dropping September 10th. Now, let's go ahead and jump to the very first story. Of course, the PlayStation 2021 showcase. Again, a little bit of a mini recap. However, I do have some additional information if you haven't looked more into it from the PlayStation blog, so check this out. Starting with the first one, and that is Knights of the Old Republic remake is coming to PlayStation 5 and PC. I can say it's on the PlayStation blog post. It is a timed console exclusivity, which would make some sense. I mean, considering the game was a pretty big thing for Xbox, seeing how PlayStation 5 is getting their hands on that remake first is absolutely wild to me. There was no official release date. It's also being dubbed as early in development, so don't expect this for quite some time, but it's still a pretty big get for a PlayStation. Jumping to the next one, we have Forspoken. Now we saw this game before, but now we're seeing more with the brand new trailer detailing a lot of the story, more of the background for Frey Holland, and actually they introduced a lot more new characters as well, one of which I think might be the big baddie. We got to see some more cool gameplay, especially the combat. I think the combat was probably the bigger thing here because you just saw like a bunch of different abilities that Frey was doing. Again, the game just looks beautiful. If we did get a release date, spring 2022 for the PlayStation 5. This next one, I couldn't believe it happened, and it was official. We're getting a Wolverine game, and by the studio of Spider-Man, and that is Insomniac. They're just absolutely killing it. I don't know how they do it, but they got their hands on Wolverine, and it's officially coming as the next PlayStation 5 game by Insomniac. Again, don't know how they did it, but they did it. What's cool to know is from the PlayStation blog, we learned that the team behind this is the same team that did the Spider-Man Miles Morales game. So I think that's really good because Spider-Man Miles Morales was awesome. So I'm really excited for Marvel's Wolverine. It does have some people questioning Spider-Man Miles Morales is more of a smaller game. It wasn't as big, right, as the regular Spider-Man game. So will Wolverine be a smaller title? Who knows? This could actually just be maybe their first big game, that same team. Honestly, who knows? It's too early to tell. And again, this is another game that's still in early development, so we might not even see this for the next maybe 2 years, maybe 2023. Who knows? And I shouldn't even say that. It wasn't just that one game by Insomniac. My next game, Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I'm surprised we got that as soon as we did, but honestly, who am I kidding? Is from Insomniac. They absolutely kill it. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 is officially got shown off. Essentially, Peter Parker and Miles together in the same game. This was more of like a teaser, so nothing really kind of confirming how it's going to work. But they are together, and they look like they're taking some baddies, and then you get the 2 antagonists of the game, which have been talked about, or one of which has been talked about in the PlayStation blog post, and that was Venom is officially coming. That's incredibly hype. But Venom as the big baddie for both Peter and Miles to team up together. Insane. Absolutely insane. What's cool also is the PlayStation blog did confirm that Venom will be voiced by Tony Todd, which is absolutely insane. Now, the other of which is not confirmed, but a lot of people are putting it together and saying Kraven will also be joining as another villain. Again, this one has a release date of 2023, so don't expect this for some time. So I totally, in my mind, Insomniac, I know your back hurts. PlayStation owes you so much. Or in fact, you've just been putting in a lot of work for PlayStation, and they're just MVPs, honestly. 2023 for both games, in my mind, might make some sense. Maybe if one gets even pushed back, maybe Spider-Man, unless maybe Wolverine wants to get pushed back. I have no clue. But 2023 is my safe bet for Wolverine. But then we also did get 2023 from them for Spider-Man 2. Didn't stop there. It keeps going. The other one that I'm going to talk about a little bit here, of course, I'd have to talk about this. God of War Ragnarok got another a trailer that just had so much, lots of story in there, awesome gameplay. I mean, we'll talk about it. Atreus is back. Of course, he's gonna be back, but he's older. Officially confirmed via the PlayStation blog is that a little bit of a time skip happens. A couple years pass by. Again, it continues the narrative that Atreus wants to learn more about himself. What's this role of Loki to him, and then also just getting ready for Ragnarok. Not just that, you even get an awesome scene of Freya coming in and attacking the both of them. I won't go into spoiler territory, but that's a pretty big scene to see, because the actual PlayStation blog post is dubbing Freya as one of the main antagonists of the game. And Freya won't be by herself. Thor is officially confirmed as well as another antagonist, both of which are going to be some big baddies in God of War Ragnarok. However, the way it's worded is that they're just some. And also in the trailer, they mention Odin. So a lot of people are saying, oh my God, Odin's going to definitely come in too. So there's so much going on. On top of just seeing the characters, right? More of the story. They did give a look at some of the combat, right? Some of the new enemies, which looked really great. But the combat was the biggest thing, I think. They showed a lot of action with the Chaos Blades, which is incredibly awesome just to see Kratos get back into using his blades again. Their promise, in the PlayStation blog, they promise some more what's it called, combos, a lot more usage of the combat, especially with the Chaos Blades, and doing some more things. I feel like they're taking it back to maybe some more of the classic God of War roots, which is really exciting because a lot of people, one of their biggest complaints was wanting to like do aerial combos and just do more cooler, longer chain combos and whatnot. So it seems like they're really focusing on combat for this game. And also, what they did confirm in the PlayStation blog was that in this one, you get to travel to all 9 realms. Specifically 3, one of which I know I'm not going to be able to pronounce, but one is Vanaheim, Svartalfheim, I think, and then Asgard. And again, this is still promised for a 2022 release date for both the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Keep in mind, this is a cross-gen game. And that again is just not even the entire showcase. They did show a bunch of other games, a bunch of other updates, but do me a favor, go to the official video that we have on the 5-9 Gaming Direct channel and go check out that full recap there. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into story number 2, and that is Firesprite is the official 15th studio to join the PlayStation studios. Now this information I'm getting is from the PlayStation blog from Herman Helst himself. In fact, Herman says the following. After a number of years closely collaborating on several games together, including the Playroom on PlayStation 4 and the Playroom VR on PlayStation VR, I couldn't be more delighted to welcome Firesprite to the PlayStation Studios family as the official 15th studio. Now, the team has worked previously on titles like Wipeout. They collaborated with PlayStation, as you know, with the Playroom. They also did the Sackboy Run, and they even had their own title, The Persistence VR, which was a VR game. And they currently have a new game in development, which they didn't want to give any information on. But I think it's a good indication that they're definitely being brought on to help make some really cool VR games. And as you guys know, the PlayStation VR 2 is in development, right? We know that's happening, and it is slated to drop for next year. Kind of makes some sense, bringing in some studios to work on some PlayStation VR games. And we also know, right, in the past, I've covered stories from the PlayStation blog talking about how they want to do more with PlayStation VR, right? They want to do more than just experiences. They want to do pretty big games. And they'd like to take some of the bigger IP, for example, let's say God of War, and just do some cool VR games that doesn't take away from the actual story, but kind of just cool stuff to kind of put in that same kind of space. So really cool stuff here. Now let's go ahead and jump into number 3, and that is Square Enix is confirming their attendance for the Tokyo Game Show. This again is coming from the official Square Enix Twitter account, and they basically tweet the following. Mark your calendars for Tokyo Game Show, our Japanese presentation. Square Enix presents TGS 2021 will be streamed starting October 1st at 7 p.m. Japan Standard Time. And then they say English subtitles or interpretation will be available for some programming. Stay tuned. I think a big thing from this one is a lot of people, including myself, was like, man, where is Final Fantasy 16? I wanted to see more about it. We got Forspoken, which was awesome. But I think it's a good way to kind of indicate we didn't see a Final Fantasy 16 at the PlayStation Showcase event. But Square did make a point to say, hey, we're going to be at the TGS event. I think there's a good chance we'll see Final Fantasy 16 there, as I feel like we just got a big thing on Forspoken, right? Guardians of the Galaxy now, but especially looking at more of the Japan side, it would make sense. I think we're going to see Final Fantasy 16 there. So keep your eyes peeled out for some Final Fantasy 16, hopefully at the Square Enix panel for the TGS show. And that's pretty much all the news that I have to share with you guys. Just a quick look at some games to just look out for the following week. We have Deathloop is finally dropping, and that is September 14th. And then EASTWARD, which looks like a really cool game on Switch, that is dropping September 16th. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Do me a favor, let me know down below your thoughts on everything, especially the PlayStation event. I want to hear what you guys have to think. What were the biggest announcements for you that you were like, that was dope, that was sick? I want to see it in the comment section down below. Do me a favor also, go check out our full recap video on the channel as well. Guys, I'm Lethal1Up. Thank you for watching. Again, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the content that you saw here today. And I will see you guys next time. Lethal out.